I was minding my business, doing my YouTube thing, when, to be honest, one of the worst ads I've ever seen in my life popped up. And by worst, I obviously mean the best, because this was amazing. I was so mad that I couldn't film the entire thing, because obviously I saw some of it and then started screen recording. It was this. I don't even need to explain how weird it is. I'll just put the screen recording on the screen.
I was mated to none other than the only human in our pack. The one who couldn't protect herself during a rogue attack. What would she do during the war? I had seen so many times her so-called family try to protect her, just to keep her safe. There were numerous times that the rogue seemed to be interested in her, although we never really understood why they would want to kill a mere human. What was she? She wasn't even worth any of that. However, no matter how much I hated her, and despite the fact that I was mated to her when she accepted the rejection, I felt the feeling of my heart being ripped.
It was legitimately just the best thing I've ever seen in my life, the best piece of media, and I said immediately, I screen recorded it because I have to rewatch it again and again. It's my favorite thing. So obviously I had to find it so I could read the whole thing, but I found something better. I found audiobooks, which is of course what the ad was about, but I wasn't paying attention to that. I wasn't paying attention to the amazing thing on my screen. I wasn't paying attention to anything else. This is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And listen, I'll be honest. I'm a fanfic reader. We know this. If you've watched my channel, you know this. I have, and I do, proudly read Omegaverse. But, like, Omegaverse books are something entirely different. They're not the same as fanfic, like, at all. Which is weird, because it's, like, all essentially the same thing. But it's different. I guess you could say that the difference is that the published ones in books feel more like Wattpad, while the fanfic I read is on AO3. So I guess that makes sense. It's weird. It shouldn't, because it's just two different sites. What's the difference? But there is a difference. Trust me. Also, I'm still trying to figure out this mic situation. It's a new mic and I don't know how to use it. So if things sound weird, let me know, but don't complain about it because I'm still trying to figure it out. And we've got a perfect little beautiful summary here. So let's read it. Rejected and heartbroken, Cassandra tries to end her life. Starting off really good. However, her attempt to kill herself, wow, trigger warning, only starts her journey of discovering her real identity. Should we be saying that? I don't know that we should be saying that. Read to find out. Oh, I will. Oh, is this how it starts off? It starts off like this. Okay. I, Miles Walter, the future alpha of Dark Howl Pack. Wattpad. Reject you, Cassandra Williams, as my Luna and mate. What the fuck is a Luna? He spat at me. Well, okay. There's a period. So did he like spit the words at her, or did he like spit at her? Because I'd be all fists immediately. I felt my heart shatter to a million pieces as my uncontrolled sobs got louder, echoing in the blocked room of the pack house. Why are you sobbing? Like that, like breaking down. This is the beginning. Okay. Accept that damned rejection and never, ever in front of me again. Ever come in front of me again. You disgust me, human. Your parents, oh, quotes. Your parents should have left you alone to die in the woods. Violation. Why didn't they save you? Oh my god, dude. Savage. Perhaps I would have been gifted with another mate. The amount of disgust he had towards me made my heart rip apart. I didn't know what hurt the most, his rejection or the fact that he just said it would have been better if I died. I clenched my blouse in my fist as I bent over with pain. Imagine someone doing that, like, in a fight that, like, you're having. Like, with someone, imagine them just all of a sudden just doubling over in pain and grabbing their shirt. Like, what are you doing? Calm down. Rejected. He rejected me. Never in my life had I thought that I actually would have to live through this. I may be a human. That's not how you write that, I'm pretty sure. I may be a human, yet being rejected was too painful to bear. I'm emotional. This is perfect. This is beautiful. We're listening immediately. We're listening immediately. Of course we are. This is amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Welcome to the audiobook You Rejected Me. Remember?
I do.
Rejected and heartbroken. Cassandra tries to end her life.
Slay.
However, her attempt to kill herself only starts her journey of discovering her real identity. Read to find out.
It's a great message. I think we're sending a great message. It's just a great message for a book. Is this a published book? Because I assumed it was. Either way, it should be. It's amazing.
Narrated by Helena and John D.
It's a pretty name.
1. Rejected.
I, Miles Walter, the future alpha of Dark Howl Pack, reject you, Cassandra Williams, as my Luna and mate.
I felt my heart shatter to a million pieces as my uncontrolled sobs got louder, echoing in the blocked room of the pack house.
The crying in the background. The crying in the background. I can't do this. Oh my gosh, the crying in the background. I'm done.
Accept that damned rejection and never come in front of me again. You disgust me, human. Your parents should have
Your parents
just left you alone to die in the woods.
left you alone to die in the woods. Why is he talking like this? This is like the best narration I've ever heard in my life. I want everything narrated like this and exactly like this.
Why did they save you? Perhaps I would have gifted them another mate.
I clenched my blouse in my fist as I bent over with pain. Rejected. He rejected me. Never in my life have I thought that I actually would have to live through this.
You never expect it until it happens to you. You never think it's going to happen to you until it does. Until the future alpha of Dark Howl Pack rejects you as his Luna and mate. You never think it's going to happen to you, but it until it does. You always got to be prepared for the future alpha of Dark Howl Pack to reject you as their Luna and mate, and then spit at you. Because then your heart's going to shatter into a million pieces as your uncontrolled sobs get louder and echo in the blocked room of the pack house.
I said, accept the stupid rejection.
Oh.
Let me live my life.
The music.
I want a strong Luna, not a weak human like you.
That's me.
He growled as he ruthlessly grabbed my hair and pulled it back.
Oh.
I screamed in pain. But that wouldn't make any difference to him.
Why?
I accept. I stuttered through my gasps of breath.
I assume, and I could be wrong, I assume they're going to get together later, right? And this is like an enemies to lovers kind of thing. Are we starting off with abuse? And then I'm sure it'll be forgiven later. Forgived? What's happening? Why did it get so violent so quickly? Oh, it's because he's alpha. He's a future alpha of Dark Howl Pack. Okay. He's all alpha. So he's alpha wolf, so he's just aggressive. He can't help it.
Not like that, bitch.
Oh,
accept it properly.
Okay. Okay. Holy crap. This is very intense. Very straight. It's very straight. We are 2 minutes in. We are 2 minutes in. I want to stop the video though. Already? Holy crap. This is intense. This is just intense.
He had made sure that the entire pack was busy with the annual barbecue before he invited me inside, so that no one would hear us. At first, I thought he was finally going to accept our bond. We had found out that we were mates a month ago, on his 19th birthday.
This boy is 19 years old? How old is she? Oh, how old is she? Oh, no. She's a minor. I feel it in my bones. As an alpha, I feel it in my bones.
He kept avoiding me, so I had never told anyone that we were mates. And today when he called me and asked if I could meet him separately...
Wait, so she did nothing. They found out that they're mates. They didn't talk or do anything. That was it. They found out, never talked to each other ever again, basically, kind of thing. And then one day he was like, "Come over privately. I just want to talk." And then abuses the crap out of her. Destroys her. Abuse, alarm, abuse, alarm, abuse, alarm. What is this? This is the beginning of the book, or of whatever this is. This is a beginning. This is the very beginning of this. No words.
I was ecstatic, thinking that he finally wanted to accept me as his mate.
This is legit so sinister. Yikes. I really hope they don't end up together later on, but I have no hope for that.
I flinched as his grip tightened around my hair, making the pain intensify. I knew he would just hurt me more, so I decided that it would be best if I accepted the rejection.
Well, yeah.
Cassandra...
Why would you not want to, quote, accept the rejection? Why would you want to continue trying to... This boy is insane. He has no marbles. They're gone. He's marbleless.
Sandra Williams, accept your rejection. I gasped.
You don't sound very, in distress, I gotta admit. I gotta admit, the voice actress, she's lacking a little bit. I mean, the male one, of course, he's doing great. He sounds just like the future alpha of Dark Howl Pack.
And he let me go.
Good. Now leave before anyone sees you here. My parents might come back from the open ground, and by that time, I want you gone.
He spoke through the gritted teeth and stomped out of the room.
That didn't sound very gritted. Man, do your job.
I felt ruined. This was worse than my 15th birthday. That was the day
Let's listen.
I realized that I was different from others in my pack. The day I found out that I was not the real child of my parents.
That sounds rough. In the words of a great wise man, that's rough, buddy.
And why? No matter how hard I tried, they seemed to excel in sports and studies while I seemed to lag.
Tag yourself in the comments. I'm Cassandra. But I'm not him. But I am all alpha, though, don't worry.
That day, my heart broke into a million pieces when they revealed that I was a child that they had found abandoned in the woods.
Wait, a million pieces? Didn't she say... Oh, I felt my heart shatter into a million pieces. So they're equal to each other. Both scenarios she's comparing, they're equal to each other because both times her heart shattered into a million pieces. Okay, that makes sense.
I was wrapped in a pink blanket and put in a basket. They took me in and...
That baby is the best voice actor in this chapter.
I had cried my heart out that day. If it hadn't been for my besties...
What'd she say? If it hadn't been for my besties? Alright, we're moving on from that because I can't.
Sarah and Olga, I would have run away. And if it hadn't been for Nolan, the one whom I saw as a brother, I would have succeeded in escaping.
I see.
They had managed to make me understand that my parents would be heartbroken if I left.
Her heart is going through a lot, I have to admit. Her heart's shattering into a million pieces, and then it's what she, I don't remember what she said. It's ripped out of her chest. She sobbed her heart out, and then it's shattering into a million pieces again. It's going through it. She is like a champion. She's a warrior. Her heart's going through so much. I wonder how she's still alive.
I thought nothing could be worse than finding out that I was the odd one of the pack. But I was wrong. Being rejected by your mate is worse. It feels like your heart is ripped out of your chest.
Oh my gosh.
And
Dude, her heart's going through it. She's not doing well.
Your heart is ripped out of your chest and thrown down a cliff.
Oh my god.
I slowly got up and made my way out of the pack house. It would be best that I leave. I don't want to find out what Miles might do if he finds me here when he comes back.
Beat you to death. That's what he would do. He'd roast the crap out of you and then beat you to death. That's exactly what he would do. I know him personally. We grew up together as two alphas. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm nervous talking about it. We were supposed to be good friends, but I knew something was off with him. I knew something. That's why I was so surprised listening to this. Can't believe he turned out like that, you know.
I knew the whole pack would be rejoicing and celebrating the full moon tonight.
Same.
I also used to enjoy it with my family and friends every year. However, tonight, I just need to be alone.
Those are some nice sounds in the background. They sound very relaxing, very peaceful.
I strolled into the woods, skillfully avoiding the low-lying branches and fallen logs. The moonlight was enough for me to see through the not-too-dense part of the woods.
Okay, nice little image. I can kind of picture that. It's not too detailed, but it's detailed enough. I like the little image that they're putting in your head with the sounds, them paired together. It seems like a very nice scene. I wish I could visit.
I walked until I reached the huge cliff that was a 15-minute walk away. The soft breeze and the sound of gushing water from the waterfall nearby had always brought peace to my heart. Not this time, though.
Not this time, though. Because her heart has been stepped on, ripped up, shattered into a million pieces twice. That's scary. It's been beat up, man. I don't know how she's still going. She is the strongest of all the packs. She's the strongest. She is the alpha. She's a true alpha of us all.
My soulmate had rejected me. What could be worse than that?
Getting beat to death. Your whole family burning to death in a fire. Ending up with an abusive mate. Listening to this audiobook.
Who would want to live with a weak human?
No one.
Perhaps I should leave this pack. They would be better off without me. I had seen numerous times my parents struggled to keep me safe during rogue attacks.
Rogue attacks are a thing that happens a lot in in wolf packs. They're a big problem in wolf packs. Yeah, definitely. You're always on guard. It's really difficult. It's really hard to deal with. My heart reaches out to her.
My sniffles and sobs slowly got easier to control as I realized that they would find it easier to survive without me.
Okay, all jokes aside, I know a lot of people actually feel that way, like not survive, but people think that everyone would be better off without me. In this case, maybe it's true, actually, but it's usually not. I promise. It's just your little silly brain being silly. But no, of course, they wouldn't be better off without her. That's weird rhetoric. You're just different. How is being weaker a bad thing anyways? You're just weaker. That's just how it is. Who cares?
Then, they would be stronger with me out of their way.
Who cares? Who cares?
When the weakling of the family is forever gone. Miles was right. I should have died.
Okay, I had to say something. It may just be me, but it's just like with the things that she's saying and everything. It's making me think of someone who, for instance, like I'm comparing it to like our world. So obviously like no wolf packs and everything except for mine. But like it's making me think of like a disabled person and feeling like people will be better off without me. They just have to take care of me. I'm the weaker one. And just like the things that she's saying is making me think of things I've heard disabled people think. Like that's like, did I say that right? And I don't know. Like the way that she's describing herself, that like she's not disabled, but like in the wolf pack, apparently she's like treated as such. Not like she's being treated as disabled. I hope you guys understand what I mean, because I can't put it together in my head. So I just don't like the way that she's like talking about herself. I don't know. It just makes me feel weird. Because like she's not disabled. So like how would a disabled person feel hearing this? Being like, well, I'm the weaker one. They would be stronger without me. They wouldn't have to take care of me kind of thing. It just makes me feel icky, if that makes sense. But anyways.
I was blessed to have experienced the love of a family and have great friends. This pack was very helpful and inclusive, except for the few bullies who chose to pick on me.
This is sweet. I like that little moment. That was a sweet little moment.
I always had someone to stand up for me. Either my besties or Nolan, the real son of my parents, who is elder to me.
Moving on.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all the love and care. Thank you, Nolan, for the brotherly love.
At first, I was like, oh, it's so cute. Is she planning on doing something? Is she planning on doing something? I don't know. This sounds like a goodbye.
Thank you, Sarah and Olga. You were the best friends I could have ever asked for.
Definitely, she's definitely doing it.
Thank you for standing by my side. And thank
Isn't she on a cliff?
you for all the awesome memories. But now it's time for me to leave.
Am I being dramatic?
I sniffled and swallowed it.
I mean, she's just leaving, and I'm like, she's gonna end it all. Please.
It is my turn to make their lives easier. My heart thudded in my chest as I took timid steps back, until I finally started to fall off the cliff. I felt the cold night air all over my skin. The starry night sky was somehow smiling at me. I knew I would land in the cold water of the river.
Oh.
And perhaps this fall would be brutal enough to erase the problems of those who cared for me.
Jesus Christ in heaven.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, mate.
Shut up. Shut up. Wow, that was something. Huh. I don't know what to say. Well, that was so much fun, wasn't it? I am so glad that I got to read or listen to such a masterpiece. I wish there were more works like this. Holy crap. She literally just tried to end it all. Okay. I guess it makes sense. She feels like she's the outcast, and then she just got, like, beat up and abused by who was supposed to be her mate and everything. I guess I get it. But, like, this is the first chapter. Also, we started off so abruptly and so, I don't know, it felt weird. It just felt weird and strange. Like, I've read some things where it starts off, like, action-packed or just whatever. But, like, they did it right. I don't know, this is weird. I take back everything I said about Nolan. We're forgetting that forever. Also, the title, You Rejected Me, remember? Is making me think he's going to come back. What's his name? Miles Walter, of course, the future alpha of Dark Howl Pack. I'm so sorry. It's making me think Miles is gonna, like, come back and be like, wait, no, babe. Like, you're so slay now. You're my mate. Like, come back. You know what I mean? I was so dumb. And then she's gonna be like, you rejected me, remember? If we don't get that line in the book, I'm quitting everything. I'm quitting what? Everything. Well, that was beautiful, fantastic, amazing. I don't know if I'm gonna go to chapter 2 because, wow, that was definitely something. That was definitely something, wasn't it? I stick by what I said about the whole, like, disabled thing. I don't know, it just feels weird to me. It just feels strange. But if I'm wrong, let me know, if you're a disabled person, of course. It just feels a little strange, a little weird. Why is this in my ear? I can't believe future alpha of Dark Howl Pack Miles Walter, my supposed-to-be childhood friend, would do something like this. This is despicable, and I guess, perhaps, I'm looking forward to her exposing him, basically. Or actually, she might not even, because she just jumped from, what's it called? From a cliff into a lake. A deep lake. So I don't know what the other chapters are. Who knows? Maybe like another pack finds her. And she falls in love with someone there, the alpha of the pack. And she because she's a woman and a human, she can't be like the alpha or anything. So of course she'll be like he's the alpha, but she's the second alpha. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I assume because it's like book Omegaverse that there's no like omegas. Maybe there are betas, but like no omegas or betas, and it's just alphas. I don't know. This is weird. It's weird. I don't understand it, and I prefer like the kind of like AO3 Omegaverse fanfic. That's much better. I look forward to Cassandra exposing my supposed to be childhood friend's future alpha of Dark Howl Pack, Miles Walter. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Pain and Suffering. I'm going to go throw myself off a cliff into a quick-moving deep river now. So thanks for watching. I feel so bad for you if you did. And I won't see you, but you'll see me next time, of course.
Your heart is ripped out of your chest and thrown down a cliff. My heart thudded in my chest as I took timid steps back, until I finally started to fall off the cliff.